about this world, because the next world to come is going to be way better than this. But chiefly, we're out here to tell you so-called the elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that have been scattered all across the world, that you're actually the chosen people that the Bible's talking about, whether you believe it or not. We don't care if you agree with us. We don't care if you don't believe what we got to say. This is the truth, man. And we're going to proclaim the truth to you people, Lord willing, as we carry on throughout the day. But first off, let's give a hand, man. Let's give a hand to Nathaniel 7 and his whole group, man. Y'all made a rebuttal video. Man, yeah, they were clapping, man. The women were in the back doing a cabbage patch. You know what I'm saying? They was high-fiving. They was happy. Ayathon is on the comment board. What's his name? Deacon Ayathon?
Yeah.
He on the comment boards now. They swagged up.
Yeah.
Swagged up. Talking about the calendar. Talking about the death, the burial, and the resurrection of the Lord. Now, through the scriptures and through research, diligent research, there is an understanding in the scriptures that the Hebrew Israelites followed the new moon as the beginning of the month. With that being the beginning of the month, the first day of the month, then the work days were counted. Okay? So you would have the new moon, right? Which was the first day of the month, and it was likened unto a Sabbath. You would do similar things that they did on the weekly Sabbath. It was solemn assembly. Everything was prepared. You know, there was no real work going on during that day. Okay, it was treated as a Sabbath. Okay, so then you would have day 1 was the new moon. Then you have day 2 was the first working day of the month. You have day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7 as the 6 working days. Okay? On the evening of the 7th day, bringing in the 8th day, you have the Sabbath. Now, you had Nathaniel have this magical calendar that just happened to start on Wednesday gloriously for their sake, which, you know, conveniently, this new moon started on Wednesday, which in the ancient world, there was no Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There was no named days. You only had day 1, and the day 1 started with the new moon. Because you have no scriptural proof of a new moon starting on some random day in a week. So what Nathaniel did was he put up the new moon on a magical Wednesday calendar. We don't know where this came from. He didn't break it down. I mean, but they show us cabbage patching and doing a Tootsie Roll. You know, he did the Heisman after he did his sit down because of this magical calendar that he had. Now, he recognized that the new moon started the month. Which month? I mean, you know, where in space and time, we don't know. Because we know that there are studies that say, you know, you go off the spring equinox, the new moon before the spring equinox, you know, will show you relatively where to start your year. But even the equinox has been thrown off. They put it on March 20th, but there's a lot of information out there saying that it's not in that time, that it's actually earlier. But that's neither here nor there. The argument that was being said was, when you have the new moon and you count into the evening of the 14th day, which is the beginning of the 15th day, which is would normally be a weekly Sabbath. But on in the first month, that is the Passover. Okay? Now, mind you, Nathaniel was saying that in this glorious magical calendar that he has, you have the first day of the month, and then 4 days later, you have a Friday night to Saturday night, Sunday. Hey, white girl. You have a Friday night to Saturday night Sabbath. Okay? But that's not how it goes in the scriptures, man. That's not, there's no evidence towards that, because all the evidence points towards, you have multiple scriptures showing the Sabbath being on the 15th day, the Sabbath being on the evening on the 21st day or the 22nd day. Okay? So we're showing you that it's going to be the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, the 29th. That's when you have your Sabbath. Okay? That's how the lunar calendar has been broken down. Okay? It's very simple. What we're saying about the lunar calendar is extremely simple. It's very easy to understand. If you're fair, if you're balanced in your mind, and you're actually just looking at the scriptures for what they are. All right, now their argument is when you get to the 14th day, the Lord died, right? The Lord died the night of really the day of the 15th, the Passover day. Okay? He was buried before sundown in the ground for 3 days, and then rose or was and then what they would say rose on Sunday. Just like the church says. Just like the church says. But what we're saying is that's not how it went down. That wasn't the Sabbath. Okay? That wasn't the Sabbath. Let's get Leviticus 23. And what we're saying makes sense if you're fair and you're balanced and you be honest about what's being said. Okay? Well, this brother got Leviticus. Go ahead.
Leviticus 23:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
Go ahead. And there's now really honestly, this is really not that big of a deal. Somebody get Colossians 2:9 or the 19. Colossians 2:9. Real quick, because in the book of Daniel it tells you that the times and seasons were going to be all jacked up and everything was going to be thrown off. But we're going to still go into this for the sake of the scriptures and the sake of the truth. And because if we didn't go into it, you niggers would be mad as hell.
16. Yeah,
16.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days.
Why, if the new moon is so stupid, irrelevant, insignificant, and ridiculous, why is it consistently mentioned?
Right.
You guys have yet to answer that question. What is the significance of the new moon? Why is it a constant reference in the scriptures? Huh? Why don't you recognize all the historical documents that have proven that the Hebrew Israelites went with the lunar calendar? All right? That even the breaking down of the weeks really didn't even come until the time of the Babylonian Empire, when you have the true delineation of the week. The Gregorian calendar that we go by today is totally different from how they reckon time, months, weeks, and days in the ancient world. Now, you use the sun to determine the hours of the day. That's how you can split up the vernal and the spring equinox. Okay? Because you just counted the hours of sunlight versus the time of darkness. Okay? But that's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about being scripturally honest about the fact that the Israelites practiced or used a lunar calendar. It's true. Okay? It's true. But the prophecy said in Daniel that the times and seasons will be all thrown off, man. That's why you got people celebrating the New Year in the middle of the winter.
In the winter. Yep.
It's the middle of the winter. New Year happy. Are you stupid?
Cold as hell outside. Snowing.
Okay? And that's just one piece of the fact that how everything's been thrown off, man. Okay? Let's go back to here in Leviticus. Stick with me, Ayathan, the intellectual one of the group. Alright? Because you're going to prove yourself not to be that intellectual. You really are a cheap zombie. You're a high-level zombie.
Real high level.
Now, with all that clapping and going back and forth and high-fiving and doing backflips, and you got Yawasop with his simple ass. All right? I don't respect you, Yawasop.
Nope.
You're not an elder. You don't know nothing. Now, y'all want to talk about yes, man. Yep. Which that wasn't even funny.
Yeah, that was.
Now, don't get me wrong. When Nathaniel's funny, I laugh.
Yeah.
When he did the Ebonics, that shit was funny. I laughed. I laughed out loud. I paused the video, laughed, got that laugh out, and then continued watching because this shit was funny.
That white
Okay.
ass skit you just.
But that skit when the yep, that shit wasn't funny. It was goofy. It didn't come out right. Y'all should have edited that out. But you got y'all stop. What if you get a ticket and you don't count the day? You always talking about Jake getting locked up, man.
Yeah, man, you infatuated with niggas going to jail.
You infatuated with Jake being locked up by Esau, man. You love the damn police, man. You love Esau's system that he got, man. You respect Esau and his system, man.
Whack ass analogies. That's what it's.
And your analogies are always stupid. And Nate looks at your ass. He's looking at you. And it looks like he wants to say, shut up.
Stop.
But then he's just like, I'm just saying, yeah, what's up? That's him. He's just simple. He's just a simple nigga. So he lets you be because you're a good zombie. Now, Ayathan is different. Ayathan is a more intellectual zombie. And he wants to be challenged on that level. But you, Ayathan, have yet to answer our rebuttal to everything we've given you. Now, you making all these claims that we need to answer your questions. You never answer our questions, bro. You never answer our questions, man. You never get down and dirty in this thing, man. You make a statement and then float off. We go into it, man. We go into articles, we go into the scriptures, we break it down, we go into the Hebrew, really getting scholarly with it.
Yeah.
But we're the dumb fucks? Nigga, please. Now I'm gonna show you how simple you're being, man, because you make too many assumptions. And your assumptions are based off Western philosophy, man. You have yet to unlock your mind out of what this world has taught you what was right and wrong, man. And go into the scriptures and understand it about those times, man. When you read the scriptures, you have to place yourself in those ancient times to understand it. You can't look at it with a European colonized ass mentality and then try to filter it through that. Now, I'm not, you know what? I thought, man, you just need to calm the fuck down, bro. Because you're tripping. You're going off, man. I'm trying to be nice to you right now. As a brother.
Yeah.
Go back to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter.
Leviticus 23 and 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
At the 14th day of the first month. So you have the very first month of the year that comes in. Brought in by the new moon. That's the first day of the month of the year. Magically, to y'all, it's on the third day of the week.
Yeah, that don't even line up.
Which, please present some fucking information, man. Where's this weekly calendar that's supposed to coincide with your monthly calendar at? Where?
That's the only way that can logically.
Because if the new moon didn't fall on that magical third day of the week, your whole calendar is thrown off.
Yep.
Okay? Your whole calendar is fucked up. Your whole calendar is just a coincidence.
Yep.
And that's just not how it works. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what's a cold thing about this thing is there's no Hayah scripture. Really.
Right,
if you really go into
that's true.
all of the Sabbath days and you go into all the words and you go and break it down, you really do have to put the pieces together on it and have an understanding through the spirit.